What up? My name is Brad. Welcome back to Dragon Ball Legends. Today, we're taking a look at the Hybrid Saiyan tag. Everything you guys need to know about it, my opinion on it, who you should 398, equipment and stuff like that, everything you kind of need to know. If you enjoyed Dragon Ball Legends content, make sure you go down below, subscribe to the channel, it's greatly appreciated. Like the video, make sure you leave me a comment, let me know do you use Android, do you use iPhone, what do you use? It gives you a chance to win a gift card if you're subbed. Like the video, leave a comment. I do a gift card giveaway every other week. Anyways, let's check out Hybrid Saiyans because there is a lot to say, and there's also not a lot to say. That makes sense, because like there's so many things that are good, but you all know what's good. Basically, I had to put Gohan as the forefront here. You could definitely put Gotenks. You definitely could, because Gotenks is phenomenal. But I don't think Gohan's better. I think they're very, very even good units for what they're going for. Gotenks is definitely meant to be more fusion-based with a little bit of hybrid in there. Gohan is a hybrid leader. Like, so when he came out, I wasn't a gigantic fan because I thought he was a tiny bit underwhelming because I'm an idiot and I wasn't able to pull him on the first day. And the second I pulled him, I was like, bro, I have never been so wrong about a unit in like any kind of game like this, like Dokkan and stuff like that too. Any of these mobile games. He is I don't know why he has a pee stain in the middle of his pants down there. I know what it's supposed to be, but it looks like he peeing himself over and over again. What the hell? That's a really weird spot to put that. Whatever. Anyways. No, he is fantastic. I can't explain using Gohan if you don't have him. He's just fast. Everything about him is just a fast character. You get the job, either you get it done or you get done. It's one of the two. That's how all the hybrids are. And that's kind of the mentality you have to have when you go into building a hybrid team. So I personally don't use Super Saiyan Trunks since the Extreme Trunks and Goten came out. Obviously he's a red unit, it's fantastic. I don't see enough threat from Yellow that Goten can't handle. Or Super Trunks, whoever I want to use. And his abilities, obviously it's good, it's not bad or anything like that. I just don't use him anymore. I like the blue Goten and Trunks a lot because of how well they play off each other. Same thing with the top three, that's my standard team. And I back him up with Gohan for health, back him up with Trunks for strike attack because Gohan also gets strike attack. Back him up with Goten, which backs up the blue, and then the blue backs up Goten. If I choose, I want to use Goten. Right? The only thing I would maybe change on this team is Super Trunks could be Super Saiyan Kid Trunks, or Gohan could be Super Saiyan Kid Trunks. It's just you don't really want to give that HP up, because that HP enables this team to function, because HP for all of them it's a good percentage as well once you start getting like up there. He's an older unit, for sure, but 19% health is a lot of health when you're giving that to every unit on your team. And he's not even bad. If you happen to come across a team that's like Regeneration, and he's rocking 2 purple units, you got Demon King Piccolo and Janemba, it may not be a bad idea to bring him. But I like the top 3 units. Those are my favorite 3 of the tag, so to speak. I almost feel like in my sparking video, I could have put Gohan or Goten there in my top 5. But that was more video, not who's the best. It was just more video who do I have more of a connection with, if that makes sense. Like, what units do I see and I'm like, yeah, that's my boy. So even I still see One-Handed Spirit Bomb Goku and I'm like, hell yeah, because he got me out of so much shit. You know what I mean? It was like any of those events against Raditz and stuff like that, he just came in clutch. So it's the same thing with this kind of thing, that it's like these little blue units, man, they just kick so much ass for extremes. And with Trunks being extreme, I really hope Goten's at next. By the time you're watching this tomorrow, you actually might know. I don't know yet. This is the team comp I would use, but you could easily take these 2 fellows off. They're really not necessary. They just boost each other. They're not the overall tag. Same thing with Super Saiyan Trunks. He doesn't boost the overall tag. Now you do have Super Saiyan Trunks, who's still very, very solid. Hybrid Saiyan base blast attack, never a bad thing to have. They're all a little more strike based, but if you want to give them a little bit more well-rounded, you definitely can. Actually, I think all the units right here are all strike based. But you definitely can go with him. I just don't personally use him myself. Pan is still... Okay, I shouldn't say Pan is still good, because for a while there, everybody was like, Pan's terrible. And she does have low stats for a sparking. I mean, mine's what, 5-star? Yeah, mine's 5 stars. She's sitting at 44,000 health. Her Extreme does have better stats than her. I would almost recommend the Extreme over this one, personally. And I don't know what they did with Pan so heavily on her being a female warrior. I understand. I get that's what she is. That's fine. But there comes a point where it's like that only benefits that team. And I know what they're going for. I understand. I do. But if you want it to be a hybrid Saiyan team, she probably doesn't fit the best on there. Definitely not bad. I'm not telling that. It doesn't matter what I say. I can tell you guys, yo, dude, I think Demon King Piccolo is trash. Some kid's going to be like, hell yeah, I agree, he's the worst. And another kid's going to be like, you're an idiot, Brad, I unsubbed. So it really doesn't matter what I say to you on that. But if you really got to have a female on your team, which it's not a bad selection, I think this pan is your way to go, personally. I mean, at 4 stars, she's sitting at higher blast attack by 5,000. At 1 less star. Okay defenses, they're pretty booty. But you got decent key restore speed. Fantastic ability. Getting all of her vanish back. Much better unit to chuck on the team. Keep in mind, I like the dual teams where it's like you have 2 purples. And the 2 purples are weak to yellow, so you want to throw a red on the team. So you definitely could swap these guys. Pop that down there. Put her on there. That's not a bad team comp, personally. You still give health to everybody. She boosts up her own stats. Everybody else boosts up her strike attack, and her blast attack's a little bit higher. Definitely not a bad option. And Trunks does boost hers up. You definitely can rock out with that. I'm going to go on a limb here and say Goten and Gohan are tied because they are phenomenal. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Phenomenal. They are just some of the best strike attacks in the game. When Gohan gets low on health, dude, either he is going to kill them with that combo, or he's going to miss his combo, or he's going to get wrecked. It's one of the two. Either Gohan goes all out and he his bodies, or he gets destroyed. Goten is one of the most well-rounded units I think I've seen in this game. Just out of all of them, every single unit's in the game, he is so well-rounded with his crazy strike attack, his okay blast attack, really good key restore, really good boosting up next to Trunks, super fantastic, just an all-around good unit. Good health, good being the green, good having 2 strikes. There's a reason people say he's fantastic, and he is. I mean, so plus 10% to strike damage inflicted, and minus 1 to strike arts. Doesn't seem like a lot. Brings it down to, what, 18? Again, doesn't seem like a lot. When you start getting down, we get to level 2,000, it's now at 17. You're now able to pop an additional however many as opposed to, you can get an ability off while you do that. It comes in handy, I promise you. Hybrid Saiyan battle member for 20 timer counts. So that does for everybody. So that's nice as well for Super Trunks. That's a tough team to run. You definitely can. If you're going to run that team, it's just strictly because there's no super solid yellow Hybrid Saiyans. But if you're going to run this team, you can put that Gohan there. If you want to do the 2 green and then you want to have a yellow to make sure you cover those purples. But personally, I don't think he's bulky enough. You can make that team work just as fine. Because what they're weak to doesn't really interact with each other too hardcore. So the greens are going to be weak to purple. Gohan can destroy most purples in the game, including himself. And then the other greens if you're facing that same team. Because I see that team really, really often. Like, a lot more than you would think. Taking a look at also Gohan's weakness being yellow. That doesn't impact the 2 Trunks, or Trunks and Goten. That doesn't impact them at all. Goten does work well with any Trunks in the entire game. Like being his innate power, he does obviously get that. Team Trunks plus 40% to strike damage inflicted when Trunks is a battle member. So does any Trunks at all. Charge is fantastic, so you get rid of any blast cards in your hand. Depending on how many you get rid of the next cards. I mean, if you get rid of 4 blast cards, he's good to run on like a blast Saiyan team, Hyper Saiyan team. If you get rid of 4 of those, and you pop that attack with a Trunks on your team, that is stupid damn. And your ability popped, you're hitting almost 300 times. Or 300 times. 300% your standard attacks. If you're going to do 100, you're going to do 300. That is crazy to me. Like, honestly crazy. He's just an overall well-rounded one. Obviously, Trunks has the ability to feint with every single strike attack that he does. So every one of his strike attacks does have a chance to cause feint. On the enemy, it's only 5%, but I mean, it pays off. He's hitting at 61k strike attack. And he's also Team Goten, so you can smack the blue Goten on there as well, and he'll work just as well with him. I would recommend if we get an Extreme Awakening for him. Awakening. Whew, that's Extreme Z Awakening. That's Dokkan. If we get a maxing him out, I don't even know what it's called, Scout Battle. If we get that for him, I do recommend then using that Goten. Right now, he's a little bit lackluster, unless you have the blue Trunks with him. Partner him with Gohan, then you're solid. Or Gotenks. Really, really good with Gotenks as well. I just don't have Gotenks, so thanks. Buster Cannon, solid. Increases all your strike damage and stuff like that. No issues. Hybrids have shined since day one because of their equipment. That's the reason in my... whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm going to have to change that team back anyways. They have shined because of their equipment since day one. One, a lot of the units are going to be standard Super Saiyan, so they do get access to this equipment. That's why I've grinded up so many copies of it, just to make sure whatever I want to run, doesn't matter, there's something for everybody. So you have decent base key restores, but you obviously want to be over 4.5 with that. Strike defense is never a bad idea, and the strike attack is fantastic for Goten and him. This equipment right here is some of my favorite equipment in the entire game. Gives you a little bit of key restore speed, never a bad thing. And then obviously your base blast attack and your base strike attack. And you can get pretty solid one if you look for just that gold with the strike attack. And that's going to benefit most Saiyans you put on your team. Like Trunks is even well-rounded. Even though he only boosts up blast attack, he's really well-rounded. So that equipment works real nice on him. Get both of his attacks up to like 52k. He hits good either way. No issues there. Hey. I had to finish it off. Sorry. Apologize. Obviously, I'm lucky with this equipment being pretty good. Gives you some nice blast attack for Gohan because he gets enough strike attack. Same thing with Goten. Honestly, if you want to heavily invest in Goten's blast attack, I can't even fault you because it's like... it's not a bad idea. It's like Goten hits so hard on the strike side, you could definitely invest in his blast attack. And it's going to take you somewhere at least. Besides that, there's not many other units in this I recommend using. Obviously, the hero units, there's a couple hero units here and there. I'll be like, yeah, dude, you should definitely chuck them on a team or something. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of extreme units are fantastic. You know the two extremes that I really like for this? The new red Gohan. My God, if I had him, oh, he'd be on this team so quickly, but I don't have him. So, it is what it is. We'll have to see if we can eventually pull him on the banner. I got lucky to pull Cell Jr., so I'll take what I can get, honestly. With that banner, man, I'll take what I can get. I went 14k and no Gotenks. No Boo. I got Boo on my guaranteed. So, right now, I'll just take what I can get. But obviously, I don't really recommend any of the hero units for the hybrids. Some of them, like I said, the Super Saiyan Goku, he can be okay on a Saiyan team. Roshi is a good hero unit, for example. But hybrids, they're not shining too bright with their Gohan and their Pan of the same typing. Personal opinion on that. But yeah, that pretty much covers hybrid Saiyans. I don't think this team can get too much more busted. Like, it obviously will. If we get, like, Rage Trunks and stuff like that, we start getting these crazy, like, units. I can't think of what else they really have done that's, like, nuts. I don't really want a GT Goten or Gohan, so I'm okay with that. Thank you, though. No problem. I don't really need that. Yeah, I mean, I would be okay with, like, a Xenoverse Trunks. That'd be kind of fun. Give, like, a really nice buff to him. A good, like, 26% or something like that. Once the game gets further along, 26% to, like, both your defenses or both your attacks. Oh, I didn't even cover this guy. Where is he at? This guy, one of the best extremes in the entire game. I recommend if he ever comes back for grinding up his shards, grind it. Such a good unit. Sitting at 48k strike attack. He's got a good typing with yellow. He gives himself 2 blast cards, which is not my ideal situation, but it's not bad. Defense is kind of booty, but it's okay. He gets out there. He unlocks his form of attack, 15% to key recovery. Visitor of the Future, he heals everybody by 20%. He gives a nice Z ability. I didn't even cover him. Damn. I can't believe I forgot him. That makes me sad. Well, either way, he gives blast defense and blast attack to yellow units. So once we get a really super solid yellow hybrid sandwich, he's solid, but you know what I mean. Like a Goten Super Saiyan 3 would be straight up busted on a team with like Gotenks, him, and like this Trunks or whoever else. Be straight up crazy. No matter what, he's good to have on the bench for a yellow team. Boosting up both your defenses, or blast defense and blast attack. Sorry, my brain was already done with the video, and then I kept talking. So I am getting the video there on the hybrid Saiyans. That's pretty much all I really got to say about him. I think you guys know the general gist about it. I think you guys have either gotten bodied by hybrids enough, or you've bodied enough hybrids to really know that they're a strong archetype. They were not a strong team, not archetype. They were not a strong team at the beginning of Legends. Whew. Like, Super Saiyan Trunks came out and it was like, oh, snap. Who am I going to use? The heroes? Like, it was like, okay. But since Gohan, man, they have just piled on these units. That is Gohan, Goten, Trunks, But we had already had Super Trunks by that point. So like when Super Trunks dropped, people really took him for granted. And like, no, he's solid, dude. Like he's a solid unit. When you get that faint, oh, it's the best feeling. Because you just feel like a shithead, but it's like, what are you going to do? You're fainting. So it's the best, dude. I don't know. Hybrid Saiyans is really good. Every team comp nowadays, you can really form anything. If you want to go Regeneration, you want to go Saiyan, you want to go Hybrid Saiyan, you want to go Frieza Force, anything. You can really form a team now, and I like that. I like that the game is finally getting to that point. I'm hearing whispers. They're like, hey, Brett. I'm hearing like whispers about Goku Black, Kale, and then one other unit. I didn't see what it was, but I think Goku made a video on it if you want to check that video out by him. But I'm hearing whispers about that, so I don't know. I don't know if the maintenance was tonight. I thought it was. Maybe it's tomorrow night. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to do that. Thank you so much for watching. You have yourself a great day. Deuces.